Tribe. This is Jess with Lifeforceenergy, coming to you with Yoni Egg tips. I had a couple beautiful goddesses that were asking several questions about how to use their Yoni egg, so I thought I'd share the tips with you today. When you get your Yoni egg, say from Lifeforceenergy, whether you get it drilled and you can place a string to go insert into the hole of the drilled egg, or if you're buying the Yoni egg without the drilled hole, you'll be receiving from Lifeforceenergy Yoni eggs that have been charged, cleansed with Holy Fire Reiki and Theta Healing intentions, with metaphysical property, dedication to the Yoni egg to assist you for optimal health. In addition to those who buy the drilled Yoni eggs, you'll be receiving dental floss. This doesn't have any mint to it. It's not wax. It's just the string so that it has a nice weight to it. When you're going to pull it out, you'll be able to use the string to slowly get it out of your vagina. You'll also be receiving pipe cleaners to clean the whole of the drilled egg. Drilled and non-drilled eggs, you'll be receiving a GIA certificate proving that this is pure specimen of the egg that you're purchasing. You'll also be receiving postcards or information in regards to what are the properties of that said Yoni egg that you purchased, along with other useful information such as Yoni steams, when to use them, how to do a steam ceremony for those who are interested. And I also give instructions on how to clean your egg. But just in case you may have not purchased your egg from here and you still have a Yoni egg and you want to learn, I'm happy to share some tips with you. So when you want to take your Yoni egg, I, for example, place my Yoni egg in distilled water in a dedicated glass holder. I take apple cider vinegar. I've already put a few drops in there. Swish it around. If you are an energetic healer, you can place your intentions of how you want that egg to assist you in your physical and metaphysical wellness. In addition to that, once that has sat for about 20 minutes, let's say in apple cider vinegar, then you can go ahead and rinse it again with distilled water, set it on the stand that I send to you. It's a courtesy stand so that you can have for your egg. Now, other ways that people use to clean their Yoni egg is people use boiling water to warm up, and then I let it sit for a while if you're going to use boiling water, because we don't want to create cracks or break the Yoni egg based upon the hardness of certain specimens. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and just boil some water, let it become warm, check with your finger, make sure it's not too hot. Place your Yoni egg inside that water so it can sanitize. And then you take it out, dry it up. I use a dedicated Yoni egg towel so that it's just to keep my pH clean. And then you can insert your egg. Another way that others like to cleanse their eggs is some use apple cider vinegar, like I mentioned, lemon juice, cucumber juice. I just like plain clean water and apple cider vinegar when I can. And that works really well for me. The reason why you want to stay away from harsh chemicals, because sometimes those soaps will leave a film on your egg, and then that film, whatever chemicals that are on the egg, you insert it into your vagina, you're going to imbalance that pH, and then it can lead into an infection, and nobody wants that. That's why we're working on our body and our womb, our Yoniverse, so that way we can have a nice and healthy environment. And for those of you who are like, what is a yoni? It is the Sanskrit word for female genitalia, sacred space, basically referring to a woman's vagina. And I may use the term lingam, which is the Sanskrit word for penis, like this beautiful lingam that I have right here. So that's how you want to clean your Yoni egg, is, use your water. If you want to use warm water because you want to sanitize it, that's great. Just remember to clean your egg after each use, using any of those methods to help you to make sure that your egg is nice and healthy so that you can place it inside of your body. Those have asked me, how long should I keep my Yoni egg inside of me? Really, you'll know. It's your body. You're going to start learning this body connection to your womb. So I tell people you could start anywhere. It's like those who are really sensitive, like, I don't know, I'm really scared about putting it in. Don't be. It's going to be so life-changing. It's so positive. I swear you're going to love it. So you could do it for 20 to 30 minutes each day outside of your menstrual period. You don't want to do it during your menstrual period. You want your uterus to relax and just to be supple and let it cleanse. That's when you don't want to use your Yoni egg, is at that time. Give your body a chance to rest, because there's always a balance into everything. The other thing too, make sure that you get, it doesn't have to be with me, but get a nice, this is no bleach, organic pipe cleaner to go inside and clean it. I went with, when I first started with my Yoni eggs, I didn't use drilled. I used the non-drilled because there's no cleaning like that. It's just easy, drop it in the water, clean it with your towel, and then place your intentions and insert it. But for those of you that feel more comfortable to have the string, we don't want to use the string where it's like we're tugging it out. No, we want to go ahead, breathe it through, and you can caress your womb. You can go ahead and stimulate your areola. Breathe and be conscious of your breath work, and just slowly release that yoni egg from your vagina. I like using both because those that use the drilled with the string, you could use it for release, an easier release that helps the body to calm down because you're still learning about body connection. But then for those who are advanced, you can go ahead and have the yoni egg back into the vagina, and you can slowly tug because your pelvic floor muscles are going to grip around the egg. So then you can just kind of slowly tug, but not pulling it out. So you're just going to kind of go like this, and your body's going to release, and then you're going to suck it back in. That's for advanced drill yoni egg users, and that's another time. But I wanted to share that's why you could really benefit from those who like the drilled. So for example, what's inside, you can kind of like slowly tug it back and forth, and you're sucking it in with your pelvic floor muscles to strengthen and tone and revitalize your beautiful yoni. And those who also use this, and those who enjoy female ejaculation such as squirting, you're going to become so juicy inside of your yoni. It's those who had dryness issues, you're going to really appreciate how the yoni egg revitalizes your womb and revitalizes the vagina environment, and it starts to make it nice and juicy and wet and just amazing. And for those who ask in regards to sex with yoni eggs, yes, you can have sex with your yoni egg, or eggs plural, and it is very stimulating for you and your partner, but it's also energetically connecting and clearing both of you. So when you place those intentions for your egg, you can also place the intentions for your partner so that he can receive the benefits energetically as well. Do keep in mind that if you have multiple lovers, you're going to want to use a yoni egg that's dedicated only to that partner, because that yoni egg is going to be programmed with that person's energy along with yours. So you want to go ahead and make sure you keep the energies separate so that each person can enjoy the qualities of the yoni egg and not feel that there's an imprint from someone else violating. They're going to be like, this doesn't feel right. They'll know. So you can use that, and it's wonderful because it's great stimulation for the lingam. So when it's inside, you already have your yoni egg inside of you. The penis, the lingam enters, and the yoni egg moves, creating all this lovely sensations for the two of you. It's amazing. You could also use your yoni egg for practice of squirting. I had talked about ejaculation for females, and a lot of the times females think it's always urine, and you know there's different theories on that, but I'll tell you right now that squirting is an amazing release for females, and the lubricants that's released from the body is so amazing. That sexual energy is just flowing out of you that you can feel it's warm, and it just feels like just a complete climax of just relaxation, and it's just you're lost in this amazing pleasure zone. And if you haven't explored it, drilled yoni eggs are going to be fantastic to help you to build and master that stream of sexual energy releasing as a female ejaculation. And I love it. Here in Grace Diaz's book, How to Use the Yoni Egg, on page 128, I love it when she says, squirting is a symbolic hallmark of a woman's sensual strength. Every woman has a G-spot. As long as a woman has not gotten her female prostate gland removed, she can experience her sacred goddess gush. Ah, isn't that beautifully said? I love that. And the thing is that in order to squirt, why I love the yoni eggs, it helps you to connect to your physical body. You seriously gain this sensuality and feminine essence that enhances and grows inside of you. So this confidence kicks in. And then when you are so connected to your body, there's this power that is so like, it's like magnifying, and it just comes out of you, and you're just so excited just to be who you are. You love being a woman. And so I became a Tantra practitioner so many years ago, and that's when I was really enjoying learning about squirting prior to the yoni eggs, and then learning that this even makes it even amazing. Like, I had set an intention to be able to use that tool and be able to ejaculate with and without the partner, but without him having to induce it for me. So sometimes on really deep levels of intimacy, my body will just release, and there's nothing else like it for me, in my opinion. I absolutely love it and appreciate it. And for those of you who are like light workers like myself, there is something that happens in that moment of release. You channel at a different frequency, and things become very fluid and clear for you, and you become more intuitive through your sexual expression. So I love practicing and using the yoni eggs for pouring pleasure, as Grace had beautifully said. And what I like about what she used in regards to how you can do it, she gives you tips. For example, she said that you can draw a bath. And now I throw in a little bit of my Love Me Energy waters. I already have my yoni egg when I do it. And I use it as a time I put really beautiful sensual music. And I kind of like move inside the water, and I just embrace all this beautiful energy that's coming out of the yoni egg, and that's filling my yoniverse up. It is phenomenal, but I'll tell you that consistency is everything. So you want to be consistent in how you connect to your own body, and also how you use your yoni eggs as well. Yoni eggs also help with mental body awareness. For those of you who are first starting off with in regards to your yoni eggs, you're going to learn how to manipulate the muscles by controlling the yoni egg inside of you. You'll realize that there will be moments where you're squatting over the toilet and the yoni egg quickly falls out. That happens. It does. It's part of the practice, because our bodies are learning how to hold a weight and how to engage. The yoni egg is constantly moving inside of your womb. So it does like this yoni reflexology. So it's rubbing around in the vaginal walls and within the interior. And it starts to create really powerful reflexology points. And it also, the yoni egg absorbs any imbalances in the body while simultaneously rejuvenating the organs, such as the kidneys, that are connected to that region. And this also empowers the strength and the health of not only the vagina, but the entire body. And so that's what I love about the yoni eggs. They're fantastic to assist you with that. So what happens if the yoni egg drops out? Don't worry about it. Just hopefully you'll have some gloves, or you're just going to have to go into your toilet and grab it. You're going to want to go ahead and cleanse it and disinfect it. And then you're just going to practice. So you could do it where you're awake and you know that you haven't used the restroom yet. You just want to kind of use your intuition and be like, okay, I'm going to use it for a little bit, then I'm going to push it out. How do you take it out? What you want to do is you can start off by sitting on the toilet and squatting over. Now, some have come up with some really great ideas, so I'm going to share these tips with you. Some have actually used a dedicated small colander to literally place underneath their vagina, like, you know, the little mesh ones with the handle. Put it right there. You're going to pee. You're going to pretend as if you're going to use your restroom for the number 2 special, but not really doing that. It's kind of like that push, and then it's just going to fall into the mesh strainer. And I know that doesn't sound like fun in the beginning, but that's okay for those of you that may get like, oh, I don't want to touch my own fluids. I got over it real quick. I didn't use the strainer. I thought that was a great tip. I just got a wad of toilet paper. I peed. Or if I was afraid that it was going to come out when I was urinating, I would place the big wad of toilet paper right underneath, pee all over my hand, have another wad of toilet paper already ready, dried my hands, put the yoni egg on top of the clean wad of toilet paper, drop the one inside the toilet, and then I'd go wash my hands and then put it inside its glass. And that may seem like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Everyone is different when you're first starting off, because I, again, had urinary incontinence issues. I had 3 kids. You see what I'm saying? So I was okay with it because overall I knew that this wasn't going to be forever. It's just temporary as my body was adjusting to this new exercise inside of me. And now I just use the restroom. I can push it out myself, whether I'm squatting or laying down. A lot of the times you can just get into the squatting position while you're on the toilet. And you can just, like, if you're going to use the restroom, as you're going to push for number 2, and then you push it out, and then you bring it out, and then you rinse it. Another way that people were saying, well, why does it keep dropping out? Well, it's indicating that you may have vaginal atrophy, vaginal numbness. You may have issues because of the urinary incontinence. Maybe there was vaginal tears because of having children or other sexual activity. Sometimes partners can be larger than the vagina is able to really contain. So there's different factors to why that's happening. But I'll tell you this, with consistency and using it daily, again, outside of your menstruation, you are going to start seeing that your body is going to have a stronger ability of holding and gripping the yoni egg. And then you're going to use that talent for when you're having sexual intercourse, and you're going to grip and squeeze and do wonderful tricks for your partner. And they're going to be very happy that you did. And then you're going to feel amazing because you know that you contributed to their pleasure. So it's a win-win either way. The other thing is that it's excellent. The yoni eggs are great for detoxing the body. So when you get an opportunity to use it consistently, it does cleanse you. It does strengthen the abdomen. You'll start noticing that your abdomen will start getting like detailed, chiseled muscles. It's what's happened for me and for other yoni egg users. And it's been great for that. The other thing too is that when you do wear it a lot, it's just like when we exercise, you know how our muscles will inflame because it's engorged. You're going to feel full when you're wearing your yoni egg. It doesn't hurt. You're going to barely notice that it's there. That's why you'll be like, oh, I forgot. It dropped out. You just wear underwear to hold those yoni eggs in place, you know, especially in the beginning. When you're already so comfortable in advance and your body's ready, you can just go commando in your dresses and not worry about it falling out. So in regards to your yoni egg, you can use it not only, again, for the mental stability, the emotional, the energetic, and the physical, but it is phenomenal to do manifestations with. And I've used my yoni egg as part of that tool because I'm placing it into my yoniverse, into my womb, which is that portal. And I'll use them for specific moon cycles and for manifestation practices. And I will put it inside, and I'm going to tell you, I have birthed out and I'm witnessing beautiful manifestations that have transformed my life. And I do accredit my yoni egg practice with it for my health and for my vaginal reflexology, for my sexual sensations and enhancements that I've gained because of the yoni eggs. They've been phenomenal. So those are a couple of things that I can think of that people wonder. Oh, and the other question was, will it get stuck? No, it will not get stuck. Your body, once it goes into your uterus, it's not going to go outside. It's not going to go up any higher. It's just going to be inside, nestled nice and soft in there. And eventually, when it's time for it to come out, if you haven't learned yet how to push it out, like the way those examples I've given to you, it's going to come out in its perfect timing because it's absorbing any trauma, any energetic influences that may have been harming your sacral and root chakra. This is such a beautiful crystal that's been born from the earth that is coming through to assist your amazing Yoniverse portal. So I absolutely love using yoni eggs. It's not going to get stuck. What may be indicating if it feels stuck is that you have a lot of tension in your body. So the yoni egg is going to help manipulate and to relax the body, almost like that orgasm. You're going to start learning what it feels like to live in that pleasure center. And then you're just going to relax. And then eventually it'll come out by your practice and or on its own. It'll just come out by itself. It does not get stuck. It doesn't. Okay. So I know that that's been a major concern for people. It will come out. And again, if it does stay inside, it's showing that you carry a lot of emotions or you're holding on to issues you're not willing to deal with. It can show that you maybe carry very high stress levels in your life. So it's going to teach you about how your shadow self that you may have hidden yourself from will show up, and it will show you what you need to work on. But this yoni egg is my besties. I got a couple of them. I've got my red jasper. I got rose quartz. I've got black obsidian. I got nephrite jade. I've got these beautiful yoni eggs, and I use each one based upon the metaphysical properties that I need. Well, I know what I'm going through, and I'm just like, I can't deal anymore. So I place it in. I get very grounded. It's amazing. So if you have any questions about how to use yoni eggs, these are a few tips that I can remember. If there's anything else that you would like to know, we went over about how to clean your yoni egg, what happens if it drops out and why, how to use it when it's a drilled one, why is it stuck, does it stay stuck? No, it does not. It'll come out. You're going to practice the birthing, like, and then also when you're going to insert it too, you can just make it a place, a sacred space, make it where it's pleasurable and calming and just relaxing for yourself. And you can also massage your body, you know, massaging the womb, going up towards your breast and creating a nice stimulation. And then your yoni, you could take the yoni egg and you kind of, you know, move it around your vagina opening, and it'll start to get nice and lubricated. And then you can go ahead and just push it in with your index finger. Well, those are a couple tips that I wanted to share with you about these amazing yoni eggs. I'm wishing you all love, insight, and healing, and juicy orgasmic connections with your yoni eggs. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions on how to use these yoni eggs, please feel free to comment so that way I can go ahead and make another video to answer those amazing questions. Thank you so much.